Hello, everyone, and welcome to At the Water Cooler episode 3. My name is JTB, and I am here with Sharkims, my new co-host that you will see more and more throughout this lovely podcast. And we have a very special guest today, somebody that has been blowing up literally overnight. We have Kiapiaa. Hello, Kia.
Hi.
How are you? And hello, Sharkims. Nice to have you on the show now.
Hello, thank you. Glad to be here.
Oh, great. I'm very happy. It's a lovely day. This is a pre-recording, so if you're typing stuff in Twitch, I will not be reading it. So thank you very much for engaging with us. But again, we are pre-recording because of current COVID land. We can't set up how we want to. So this is the current variant. There will be a new one coming in the future. But for now, we are pre-recorded. So again, please don't type anything. Kicking off, Kia, you overnight sensation. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How are you? Etc.
I don't know. I mean, my name is Kia. Basic stuff. I'm 23. I'm living in Texas. I'm Pakistani. Um, I'm just, I don't know. There's just so many emotions going on. Like, I'm doing great, but at the same time, I'm just like overwhelmed. But I'm like super happy that like everything's happening. You know?
Okay. And I guess we'd be crazy not to ask what is everything that has been happening. Can you give us a condensed overview of what that might have happened to you? Because some people might not be aware. Many will be, considering this one went pretty viral. But could you give us a little overview?
Yeah. So basically, there was this company that they do pre-builts for PCs. And every month they do an ambassador giveaway. And so I was an ambassador for that company, and they rolled my name. And what happened is that they belittled me as a content creator, as a small streamer. And at first, I didn't know this was even happening. I had people reach out saying, "Hey, you know, they said your name and they're being very mean to you." And I was like, "What? Let me go look at this VOD." So I checked it out, got some friends to help me clip it, and then I tweeted about it, and the rest is history.
And yeah, the rest is history, which is insane. Numerous people have picked up on this, numerous outlets. You've been in nearly like Game Magazine. You've been in loads of places here. Is there any sort of like memorable ones you can kind of like touch on right now? Like, I know somebody has offered to build you a PC. There's been some videos. Just like expand on that just for us a little bit.
I've heard
Right.
some of that.
Yeah, it's insane. There's a lot of people making videos, articles, just all types of media. Like name a media and they're just making it. But Jay's 2 cents. He is a popular YouTuber. He has offered to build me a PC. And that has been insane. Ever since I feel like that was wherever I started going viral. People were like, "Whoa, what's this?" And they started checking him out and then started checking me out. And then people were coming in my chat. Whenever this happened, I was streaming Overwatch. I was just playing competitive with my friends. And people started coming in my chat saying, "Oh my god, Jay's 2 cents tweeted about you. Go reply right now." And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening?" Like, okay, let me stop and go look at Twitter. And yeah, and there's just so many like articles, like PC Gamer. I don't even know. There's just like so many. And there's a lot of people making YouTube videos. And there's so many to name that I feel bad that I can't even name them. But I am super thankful for everyone that has reached out to me and spread word about this.
At what point did this? At what point did this start to feel super real? And at any point did it feel bittersweet because of how this started?
So honestly, it didn't start feeling real until like 2 days after. I think I tweeted about it. I was like, wait, I did something, you know? I think it was whenever I believe it was OTK Gaming. They posted saying that, they're not gonna be associated with this company anymore. And I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. Because
There's some big
there's a
names
lot.
in that.
Right. Yeah, and it's insane. And then also whenever people are messaging me, they're saying, "Hey, you are the voice for small content creators. So thank you." And I'm just like, wow, it's just crazy.
I guess just for some context, where were you before? Like, what was your like kind of day to day like concurrent? Like, where were you kind of sat just with your stream before this kind of occurred?
Right. So, on Twitch, I just reached 2,000 followers like 3 days prior to all this happened, and I averaged about like 18 viewers. So, but yeah, I was sitting at that. Had 150 on Twitter and 200 on Instagram, 1,000 on TikTok. But yeah, it was. I didn't consider myself small though, because I was like, wow, I can act. I have, I think thousands is just like huge, and I actually had 18 people in my chat, so I thought I wasn't that small, but apparently I was.
I've kind of always said to people that when you have 18 people in a room, that's quite a crowded room. So, once you start getting to these, into those little numbers, they might seem like a small thing just as a standalone number, but you actually like compartmentalize that into like a reality. Like 18 is a lot of people in a room. So, yeah, I think when we saw this kind of kicking off, it was an obvious thing for us, our social media manager, 80. Massive props to her for making my job very easy. Reached out to me and said, check this out, like this story's going mental, check it out. And then obviously we put out our post offering that we'd give you a full-time sponsorship. And it's been a wild ride on our side. We've even seen a lot of kickback just in positivity. And I think you've seen that positivity spread beyond just yourself right off the back of this.
Yeah, I have. So thank you first of all for you guys offering me. It's just that's also surreal. It's whenever I saw that, people were also in my chat and they were like, "Oh my gosh, Cooler Master tweeted at you." I'm like, "What is going on?" Me, I'm personally not too educated on like PCs and all that. I'm just plug and play. But
Neither
people
am
were like, "Yeah." But people were just like, they're a good company. You need to go check that out. And I was just like, "What the heck?" I forgot what I was gonna say, but
The
you get to
spreading of the love.
positivity.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. A lot of content creators, like even well-known content creators, are doing PC giveaways. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, they want to give back to the community. Like that's great. Like because of because I tweeted something, like this is happening, and everyone's showing so much love through DMs and like adding me or whatever, and it makes me so happy because personally I do struggle with mental health, and seeing the positivity just flow in makes me like super happy, super happy.
I guess that's an interesting one to think about. That yeah, mental health such it's a strain for a lot of streamers, I guess. A lot of people find it quite isolating. A lot of people are and they put a lot of work and effort into this. How did it kind of feel to have somebody effectively just break you down quite in a serious way? If you're okay talking about it, obviously I don't want to
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
re-trauma and all of
yeah.
that sort of stuff. But like if you're okay, I'm curious as to what that I mean, to some people, it's just a guy chatting. It's words. Do you know what I mean? But how did that really like impact your like on just a personal level at that point?
It really hurt me because I put so much time and effort into my streaming career, and for that person to just say all those harsh words, it hurt a lot. It hurt. I was streaming and I was just having a panic attack. Like I was so hard to type and talk. I just couldn't breathe. But like luckily my chat was there to like calm me down and stuff. But I was just overwhelmed with emotion. I was angry. I was upset. I just didn't know how to feel. So luckily, my lovely chat and mods were there to help me like calm down. Like, hey, it's okay. It's not your fault. You know that you want to send a tweet out, so you're okay. And I was like, thank you for making me feel safe.
Did this just kind of reinvigorate you for your online your streaming career and such? Because it's the internet, right? There's a ton of negativity out there. And this right here was just a blast of positivity. This was somebody saying something bad happened and a ton of people coming out and saying that's not okay. Did that kind of like reinvigorate your push to keep going?
Oh yeah, for sure. It really did because each day it's really hard to get out of bed and actually press that start streaming button, and this just makes me want to do it even more. It makes me want to just push and grind towards everything, and honestly just be an inspiration to people. Like I want to inspire people because I know a lot of people think it's like not think, but they say it's really hard to stream or just be on camera, but like you got this. Like you got this. I know it's difficult, but the first step is just putting yourself out there. Like you don't even have to have a camera. If you don't feel comfortable, that's okay. just be out there.
It's a good way to. It's almost like a virtual diary these days for a lot of people, isn't it? Even if you're talking into the void, I think it's still good to talk.
Yeah.
I think that's something which some people it's a cathartism, isn't it? It's a way to get stuff out of your mind, because I often find I should probably do more of it. Just even writing my thoughts down on paper frees up the anxiety from my brain and the demons, getting them out of my head. And I think for a lot of people, like it sounds like yourself, streaming is an outlet.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm able to express myself. And another thing is I know a lot of people don't have that safe space. So I want them to have my stream be that outlet for them also. So yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
this kind of stuff is inspiring for a lot of people. There'll be people you will never hear from or see talk in your chat, and this may have completely changed their day, their
Right.
week. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I guess that's an interesting topic in regards to you've seen like I don't want to, obviously it's not Berlin, but you've seen an overnight success. How have you been able to handle that then? As like you've gone from streaming to your 18, which is such a cool little community, to an overnight success where you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of people talking to you. You've been mentioning, I've seen you tweeting out recently, you've got people, today is International Women's Day. And you've got people saying, I know, rock on. We've got so many good people at Cooler Master. I'd love to name them all right now, but check out socials. We've got stuff about those guys at the moment. But I guess, how have you been able to handle that overnight just influx of people knowing who you are?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm handling it, but I'm doing it. I feel like part of it might has to deal with that I am studying like public relations and marketing. So I am very aware of what to look for and what not to do and what to do. Um, and I guess it's also how sweet people are being, how sweet people are. If people were rude, then I would have been like, I'm deleting everything. But everyone is so nice. I think it's mainly the support that's really helping me like push through whatever negative comments there are. But yeah, I don't know how I'm dealing with this, but honestly, it's the support. It's the support. The support's really helping me push through.
Nice. I guess, has there been much negativity of it? I know the internet can be a very jealous place at times, and it's quite impressive to have seen a story where the positivity outweighs the trolling and the negativity. I'm assuming there has been scenarios where that seems to have risen up.
Right. Obviously, with whatever you do, you're gonna get negative comments. I have received negative comments, and honestly, like it did hurt me. Whenever I first posted the TikTok of what happened, there was a lot of negative comments, and I was like, okay, not opening TikTok anymore. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just check it out again, and there were so many positive comments, and I was like, you know what? What I need to focus on is what makes me feel good, and the positive comments make me feel good. Of course, there'll be negative comments, but they will not affect me because I am more than that.
Those positive comments are they're kind of different, right? The negative comments are almost like automatic, and they hurt. But the fact that somebody took the time to come in and say something kind and supportive of you, that takes more energy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really does. I agree.
Looking at you as your like sort of career, how did you get into streaming in the first place? Like we've talked about kind of the success of it that you've now found, and even the early part of it, but what kind of got you into it initially?
Honestly, the pandemic really helped me like start streaming. I played games all the time. Like I've been playing games since I was young. But I just played Overwatch for 8 hours a day and I was like, might as well just stream it. Like I just had my PS4 and on the PS4 you can just start streaming. They have like a button that you can just start streaming from. And so I did that with my friends and a few times people would come in and then like some of them started staying and I was like, whoa, people actually want to watch me. Let me keep going. But yeah, just playing Overwatch for 8 hours a day and then streaming it. That's basically what it is. I really did want to stream, but I thought that I needed like a proper setup to start streaming. But you honestly don't. You don't need a proper setup. If you have a console, you can just hit start streaming. Just start streaming, But yeah.
And I guess, would that be your advice to like young women, young members of even the LGBTQ community, which I know you're a part of, would that be your advice to those guys? Like, because I know I've known a lot of people in this space that have said I'm too scared to do it, etc., because they fear that they will be, an outcast in this space. And I think you're a wonderful example of people being inclusive in many different ways when it comes to just accepting who you are. And the overnight successes could have easily gone another way, but people have just openly brought you into numerous different folds. Like, what kind of thing would you be able to say to those people that might be afraid to get into this?
Take your time, baby steps. Don't like go rush into it right away. Stream like once a day, once a month, whatever you feel comfortable with. Don't do it right away because it is scary. It's scary to put yourself out there, especially if it's really hard for you to communicate, like hold a conversation because conversation is scary. People are mean. But baby steps. But don't be afraid to do it because if this is what you really want, please go for it. Go for it because you might regret it one day. You are here now, so let's focus on the now rather than what can be. What can be will come, but you need to focus on the now. And that I'm a firm believer of that. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just mulling that over. A firm believer.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I had a question, but I think I lost it in that.
Happens.
It was a beautiful bit of ink. I
Yeah.
guess you got anything? Is it there?
Yeah. So, I mean, you said stream, once a month and stream when you can. And I think that's an important thing to reiterate for people who want to get into this. There's somebody out there who wants to watch and listen, engage. I don't, in my experience, and I don't know if this is true for you, maybe it is, but there are people out there and they will find you and they will come hang out with you when they can. And they're the people that you want to engage with will find you when you can. You don't need to be there every day,
Yeah.
right? Um,
hmm
and would you say that's true? If you felt like you couldn't stream or you randomly started streaming, that those people would just find you?
Yeah. But sometimes I feel like it's really hard to actually be found because it's so saturated, right? You're gonna be at the bottom and people don't look at the bottom. People always look from highest to low. Um, I feel like one thing that's really important about streaming is networking. Networking is super important. You need to find communities that are similar to yours, or just take notes from someone, and then those people will come to you. I feel like.
You think then that's really interesting. So do you think you may have been a small streamer at the time in the quotation marks of small streamer and just on the numbers level, but do you think you're the peak, because obviously something has connected. They talk about these 8 degrees of separation and how connected you are to stuff. Do you believe that you've obviously put people into your community that are able to get your voice out there? Because this obviously happened to a couple of other people, and that might not have gone as viral if they had put it out. And I'm not saying like, do you think there was a defining factor? Obviously, Jay's found it through something, but do you think you built a community enough to allow that chain reaction to occur?
I didn't even think about that, but probably, yeah. Whenever I was streaming and saying, "Hey, can you guys please retweet this and help me get my tweet out there?" Everyone's like, "Yes, yes, tweet it right now. We will help you." And I was like, "Okay, okay. So you guys are here for me, so I will do it." Because I was really hesitant, because like I'm a nobody. Like no one's gonna hear like see my tweet or whatever. But my chat was like, "We got this. We got you." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." I have no clue how it got to like so many people, but I'm forever grateful that it did.
Yeah, it's just a
Uh,
really interesting thought, isn't it? I guess to figure out how it got to this level when yeah, it's crazy.
just as a side question, um, your community's built around Twitch. That's where you do it. But you mentioned TikTok. Do you also kind of um, grow and engage with that community outside? Do you have like Discord? You find that was helpful?
Yeah. I feel like streaming Discord, you need to have a Discord. Because it helps your community like get to know each other, and they know whenever you're going to be live, and you get to know your community as well. I feel like just forming a genuine connection with everyone is what's important. But like going on TikTok and stuff, I personally don't know much about TikTok. I don't go on it as much as others do. I just watch cat videos. That's all I do. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Whenever I'm still trying to learn TikTok, and my mind just went somewhere else. But yeah, I'm still trying to learn TikTok. I have no clue what I was gonna say.
It's
That's
all
how
good.
TikTok works. That
Yeah.
sounds like a TikTok
Takes you on
moment.
takes you on a dive, doesn't it? Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you're like, how did I get here? I'm watching a
Yeah.
guy build a chair at 5 in the morning. It's like, oh, cool. This is
I
my
should go to bed.
lifetime. I guess then, what's next? Like, what do you kind of want to see off the back of this? This can be like a several part question, I guess. What do you want for you? What do you want for people to take from your story? Let's go for you first, and then the story part we can come circle over to.
Yeah. Um I wanna keep streaming. I wanna keep putting myself out there and being the voice for people. Uh I obviously still wanna grow, I wanna have like a firm community, but I honestly just wanna be there for everyone. I wanna be there for people like with my streams and stuff. I just wanna stream. Like I wanna make more content, YouTube videos, TikTok, Twitter and all that. I want to be the voice for people. That's my future. I obviously You said is it with streaming or just future in general?
Just on this one was with like for your own personal stream, I guess, like where you wanted to kind of see it grow to, where you want to take this like momentum.
Yeah, so I want to take it to where people recognize small streamers also, because I feel like a lot of people just kick them to the curb. It's like, "Oh, you don't have this many followers? Okay, bye." Like I want to be the voice. I want to be the voice for everyone, and yeah.
That does circle into what I kind of the next part is what do you hope people will take from your story in regards to being a smaller streamer and being able to get your voice heard?
Don't be afraid to say something. Don't be afraid to put your voice out there, because your voice does matter, regardless if it goes to 1 or a billion people. Your voice matters. Start that stream, make that TikTok, make that YouTube video. If it makes you happy and you think you'll be content, please do it. Because what comes first is your happiness and not others. You come first. So always remember that. Yeah.
I think a lot of people can take some really good points out of that. And I
I
Yeah.
have a
think
side
okay,
question related to what
oh,
you
sorry,
just said. Sorry to interrupt on
go
that.
go.
Um, so, you say use your voice, right? Um, and back to what we talked about earlier, that is a lot of the you, right? Because um, what may or may not look as like success in this industry is being yourself and not pretending. And would you feel like a lot of that initial community you built that helped all this happen in the first place was because you were just true you? Okay,
Wait, what was
cool. Just
okay,
checking.
okay, that was a question. I was like, "Wait,
That was the
what?"
question. I wanted to see you nod. Just be truly who you are in all your social media efforts and all your conversations,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Authenticity is key, I think,
It
is the
is.
takeaway there, right?
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I think there can be some confusion when people start trying to put out a persona.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's very easy to pretend to see what's trending. I guess it's easy to chase what's successful, right? I think you see that in a lot of cases, and I don't think there's maybe I think authenticity will shine through and allow people are always looking for something that they can connect to. And I think if you are only ever moving from that next thing to the next thing, then how are you really being you're not the person they originally wanted to watch if you've then become, you know, whatever else type of streamer or this type of streamer. It's like kind of well, find your own voice in this industry. I think from my side, from watching a lot of streamers over the years, we see too many people get lost in chasing as opposed to just trying to foster and build their own. And I think I'd like to think here that you would have been a success regardless of this because of you seem very true to what you've wanted this to be, and I don't see any deviation from that even after the fact, which is really cool to see, just as an FYI. And more
You
of a
make me cry.
oh, it's more of a congrats to you, like, and I think just from working with you for, it feels like weeks now, but it's been a couple of days since this has all happened. But I
Yeah.
feel very much there is an authenticity in you, which is really, really cool to see. And none of this seems to have gone to your head, which is cool, because I think a lot of people it might have, even myself, because I'm a massive ego-fueled maniac.
Yeah.
But no, it's really cool to see. I kind of haven't really got much else to say. I think we've covered such a wonderful, like, roundabout way here. We'd like to keep these short and to the point. Don't want to waste too much of your time, Kia. You've got to go be a huge success and continue doing what you're doing. So could you please tell the lovely folks at home where they can find you on the internet?
Yes. You can find me. Do I just like list my stuff?
List them off. List them off. This is your chance
Okay.
to just tell
Okay.
more people
That
that you
feels weird, but okay. Okay. So obviously I'm on Twitch. Kiapiaa. That's me. Kiapiaa with 2 A's at the end. If you just go in that, you can find all my socials. I'm everywhere. It's all of them are different because usernames were taken. But if you go on my Twitch, you can find I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, I'm all over the place. All my links are linked with my Twitch.
Amazing. They will be in the VOD, in the description, and other places on where we've posted this live. I'd just like to say a massive thank you, Kia. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you, and we look forward to seeing your continued growth.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it so much. It means the world. Seriously. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Amazing.
You
Thank you
deserve
so
it.
much. Thank you.
Here's an ad for all you people watching. Watch it. Makes my bosses happy. Thank you very much. This has been JTB, Sharkins, and Kia at the water cooler. I will see you all next time. Much
Bye.
love. Goodbye.
See ya.